from one diabetic to another, these are the things that you shouldn't do. First mistake that we do, and I say we because I used to be one of them, is when your blood sugar spikes up, we go lay down. Mistake. Feeling fatigued or sluggish after a high rating, and I'm talking about 180 and up, often we just ignore it, go lay down, go watch TV, and sometimes even take a nap. That is like the biggest no you can do while being a diabetic. And that is because glucose contraction acts like a sponge for glucose, absorbing it from your bloodstream even without extra insulin. Sitting or laying down just leaves that extra glucose in your bloodstream. A quick fix would be a light 10 to 15 minute walk or gentle activities around your home, outside, will do just fine. Not drinking enough protein. I know that a lot of people say, or a lot of people, including myself, have experienced hair loss or hair thinning due to the fact that you're diabetes. And a lot of people, like in my Mexican household, my mom, my grandma, everybody would say like, oh, es por el diabetes que se les está cayendo el pelo or whatever, right? But that's not why. The reason why our hair thins or our hair falls out is because we lack protein. That doesn't mean take collagen vitamins. Yes, it helps tremendously. It's a great boost to help you to keep your hair thicker, longer, for your skin, for your nails. It's great, yes. But also taking in the protein internally, like eat it. So protein, drink your shakes, eat your chicken, your fish, your boiled eggs, you know, like your tofu, all of that. Like, eat your protein. Don't rage dose that insulin or overcorrect those lows. And that means that panic overeating and fighting everything you can in that pantry to overcorrect those lows is an absolute no. Or taking that extra high dose of insulin immediately just to bring it down, also big no. Overcorrecting leads to the blood sugar roller coaster. That means spiking too high, then crashing hard again. So instead, what to do? Stick to that 15-15 rule. And that means eat something or drink something that has 15 grams of carbs, quick, fast acting carbs. Minutes, and give proper correction time for the insulin to work and kick in your body before adding more doses to your body. So 15-15 rule. Eat 15 carbs of fast acting carbs, wait 15 minutes, check your glucose before making the decision of adding more insulin to your body. Big mistake that I personally made that I didn't know about because I really didn't have anybody to teach me this is do not skip muscle training. Do not skip, including weightlifting and strength resistance into your workouts, okay? Do not skip that. Skeletal muscle is your body's primary source site to store glucose. Skimping on resistance training is basically missing out on long-term sensitivity for insulin. It is very important to combine regular walking or cardio in general, cardio with some type of like strength training or weighted movements, okay? Don't make that mistake that I did, because yes, you're already eating healthy, you're already trying to get it together, you're already dropping your A1C, you're losing the weight, but also not only is it gonna affect your long-term insulin use or help it out, but also you're gonna lose that weight that the cardio that you're only focusing is gonna leave you a lot of loose skin. Like me, I have a lot of nasty loose skin under my arms and on my thighs that I wish somebody told me how important it is to do some type of weighted strength training while being a type 2 diabetic. It's just, and I feel like this goes to anybody, whether you're diabetic or not. Always include some type of strength training into your workouts to avoid as much possible loose skin. So start focusing on weighted movements to start building long-term glucose storage capacity. Y'all, do not drink your carbs when you're already high. And by when I'm saying when you're already high, I'm referring to when your glucose is already out the roof high. Stay away from carbs because carbs are your worst enemy, especially an enemy to a diabetic. Stay away from sugary drinks, stay away from sugary coffees, stay away from sugary juices, stay away from those fancy, cute looking coffees that are packed with so much sugar and high in carbs, unless you go to Starbucks or you go to Dutch Bros and order like some type of low carb and no carb, low sugar type of coffees. But stay away from them fancy coffees, Starbucks, Dutch Bros. I know it's really hard, but try to stay away from them. Liquid carbs absorb rapidly into your bloodstream without fiber to slow them down, causing severe spikes. The key to this is to flush out excess glucose in the urine, and that's through simple water and electrolytes that a lot of people may not know of, and others might, is whenever you feel like you have a headache, because being diabetic constantly requires having a lot of headaches, and the first thing that we do is go for a ibuprofen, an Advil, a Tylenol, which is okay, you know, and again, if you're diabetic, and just like the safest route to go to if you needed an emergency headache pill, go for the Tylenol, because Tylenol is not it doesn't hurt you or your kidneys. It's safe for the kidneys. So if you needed like a last resort, go for the Tylenols. But also what people may not know is that you can flush down a headache with a pinch of Himalayan salt, either under your tongue and then just flush it down with some water, or inside an 8-ounce cup of temperatured water. Add like 2-3 pinches of pink Himalayan salt, drink it down, and that electrolyte will help you get rid of your headaches naturally. Thank me later, it does work. I did that especially when I was doing my liquid diet. I would get like headaches here and there, not often, but when I did, and I did that method with the pink Himalayan salt, it worked wonders. So if you're diabetic and you're watching this video, don't give up. I'm rooting for you. Don't let this nasty disease defeat you. Don't rot in bed and feel pity for yourself, or feel like you can't move, you can't do nothing, you feel like you don't have control over the situation, because it is very tiring. And being diabetic is so exhausting, because no matter what you do and how much of good eating and movements you do, there's times where you're gonna have high lows. There's times where you're gonna have let me rephrase that. There's gonna be times where you have super high glucose levels, even during fasting. Doesn't matter if you're eating well or moving around. Diabetes is very unpredictable, but it will not define you, and it does not define who you are. So take care of yourself, put that diabetes in remission, and kick its butt. Because if you give up on yourself, that means you're giving up on your kidneys, you're giving up on your life, and you don't want to end up in dialysis waiting for a long list of other people ahead of you just to wait on the freaking line for a kidney. So take care of your body while you're still here, and kick its butt. I'm rooting for you, and we got this because diabetes doesn't define who we are. And I just wish you guys the best, and just give yourself 3 months. In 3 months you will see a huge difference. In 3 months you can lower your A1C, you can lose the weight, and you can reset your body, reset your kidneys. Like, it does help, but it will not help if you're not putting your half. You got this.